Ariel Helwani in Atlanta for UFC 201 alongside Rose Namajunas, who meets Karolina Kowalkiewicz this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Rose, it's good to see you. You know, it's interesting. Last time we saw you was in April, and I kind of got the sense that you wanted to take a break after that fight. Now here you are around 3 months later.
Yeah.
Why the quick turnaround?
I don't know. I just changed my attitude a little bit. I think I always feel like that right after, and then it's like, no, I'm ready.
Okay.
So, because I was gonna take a little bit of a break, but then like still be training and preparing the entire time because I knew that Joanna and them was gonna have a fight, and I didn't know if I was gonna get that next title shot or if I was gonna fight again one more time. I didn't really know, so I just wanted to be in shape and prepared, and then. Next thing you know, I get an offer for Karolina, so it just kind of worked out. And then, they wanted me to fight at the end of this month, and just the timing of it just kind of made sense. I wanted to do some stuff like go hiking and stuff this summer, but I can. It's so still early enough that I can still make time for that. And I've changed my attitude towards it. It's not as much of a job right now. It's more fun for me. So. I found my vacation in my work in a way. Yeah.
How did you change the attitude? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Just I think with this one because it was kind of it wasn't as drawn out as the Tisha fight. Gosh, it was like 3 months.
Right.
To prepare for that. And then I fought her before, so I was just like overthinking it. Whereas this time it's kind of like just very quick and last minute, and it, you know. I don't know. Just it also the teacher fight kind of gave me things to work on and give me a little extra motivation to perfect those things, and it kind of lit a fire under my ass, so to speak.
I always enjoy listening to your interviews because I feel like you're very honest with your assessment of yourself, and I feel like you often talk about the mental side of game, and like sometimes you feel very confident, sometimes you need to build on it. Is it fair to say that right now you're feeling very confident? Like, is everything clicking for you?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. It's just been a really smooth training camp. It's been very smooth just being here during fight week. Usually like the last couple weeks of my training camp, I feel like I'm cramming things in and like, always second guessing myself or like, wondering after practice did I give it everything. I don't feel like I did. Whereas this time I genuinely just gave myself, and like gave it my all, and I don't have any regrets. I haven't been second guessing myself. So it's kind of like that's where the nerves come in. It's just like, oh, I don't have any excuses this time, and I'm gonna be the best version of myself. Like that's a scary thing. It's a lot of responsibility, and so but at the same time, I'm very excited.
Have you been told that if you win this fight, you're next for Joanna?
I have. Well, no, not directly or officially, no.
Okay.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense. I don't know. We're just gonna play it by ear. We're not gonna like force anything, and
Would you like that? Does that make sense for you
like I
at this
said,
point?
yeah. I mean, it makes sense for me, but I'm not like, not really thinking about it as much. I'm not gonna say like, I'm just waiting for it to happen naturally.
Were you impressed with her win over Claudia?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them actually, I was very impressed with. I think with Joanna, it was just like. It reminded me of like how Muhammad Ali just take you into deep waters and just like lets you burn yourself out, and then all of a sudden like there was a moment where I thought I seen her like kind of crack a little bit, but then she seen Claudia crack, and then that gave her more confidence, and I felt like it was a very beautiful display of just heart and desire, even just from both of those ladies, and skill as well.
She seems to believe that there's a big gap between her and the rest of the division, some of the things that she says. Do you feel like, obviously you would include yourself in her category because you believe in yourself, but is there something to that? Do you think that there is a big gap between the contenders and the rest of the division?
I think she's just saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Fair enough. Embedded, obviously have been watching it, and you've been on a few of the embeddeds, and I feel like every single scene is you sitting in the same sushi restaurant.
I know.
What is
yeah.
up with that? Do you go to that
So-
sushi restaurant every single day?
Yeah.
You get paid by that restaurant
No,
as well?
I don't, and that's what's so crazy about it. That's literally how good it is. Like, it's because in Westminster, there's like it's kind of like the suburbs of Denver, so it's like it's not that many great places to eat. Like, if you want to get something good to eat, you have to like kind of drive through traffic. I don't have time or patience for that, So that's like the closest most consistent plays that, and it's just the energy too. Like he's very friendly, and he's he always gonna be champion, and he's very always makes great food for us. So I enjoy going there all the time. It's just one of those things like. I don't know. It's just easy and convenient, I haven't gotten sick of it yet, so maybe one day I will.
How many days a week do you go there?
I'd say maybe once a week. Yeah.
Once a week? Every scene in this
Well,
embedded,
I
you've
don't know,
been
maybe
there.
It's more. I don't know. I'm not
You're
really.
always sitting at the bar, sometimes in the back. I'm like, this place again?
Well, I always sit at the bar,
Yeah.
but like for the camera, sometimes they would move us.
That's right.
Yeah.
The guy came up to you and said hello, and you were talking about fame,
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, conspicuous by his absence, I have to ask, has been Pat Barry. A lot of
Yeah.
people have been asking me, where's Hype or Die? Where is he?
Yeah, I love him. You know what I mean? So any type of assumptions that people are making, like, they can just stop that.
Okay.
So for me, it's just like we're kind of we're at a point in our, like he's kind of set his career aside for me so much that it's very I'm very grateful for it, and I'm here now because of him. But at the same time, it's important for us to it's important for me to know that I can go in there by myself, and because it's only me going in there, you know what I mean. And sometimes you don't want to rely on anything too much. Anything else should be just extra help, but it shouldn't be a crutch. And then for him as well, like I said, he set his career aside for me, and he needs to, I think it's good for him to focus on himself and take care of himself. So it's just a good thing. It's positive, and I don't know.
So is this your first fight without him in your corner?
I mean, I did the Ultimate Fighter without him, but it was kind of like, forced. Whereas this one was just kind of a collective decision, There's a lot of emotions that are involved, just being so close to each other and so passionate that, sometimes every fight is different, Like, we're going to play it by ear every time, but it's just something that we all decided just to try this time.
How did he take that news? Because I see how passionate he is and emotional he is. It's quite the sight to watch, to be honest. I know how much you mean to him, so how did he take that news of not being in your corner for this fight?
Yeah, he's very supportive of me.
Okay.
So,
Will he be here in Atlanta?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you getting a lot of questions about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not as much as I would.
I keep getting
say.
questions about it on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah. I don't know. It's like, it's hard to keep your personal life and business out, separate. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Still going with the short hair. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
This is the in-between stage, but we're going to stick.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to do like kind of a pixie cut, but in it like.
What is a pixie cut?
It's just like you seen Charlize Theron after.
Oh yes, of
Grew
course.
it out. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna play with that, but I wanted to try different things. I never had my hair this short, so I want to just, go through different phases and try each one and see what I like. I tried a mohawk, like a few, like before I fought Tisha. It just or not like a faux hawk kind of thing, and it just didn't work out well. Like my face is not structured for that, so. But I like this a little bit better. It's
Okay.
cool.
Let's end on this. We just spoke to Karolina. She's looked pretty good in the UFC thus far, I would say, 2-0. She says that she knows the holes in your game, but she's not going to say them for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Do you know hers as well? Do you see things when you watch her?
Yeah.
Are there any glaring weaknesses?
I'd say so. Yeah.
What are they?
It's more so. It's not even so much about her weakness. I mean, obviously, I feel like it's not so much her weaknesses as I just feel like I'm better than her in all those areas. Even in the striking, I know that she prefers to strike, but I just feel like my game is on a different level now. I'm stringing together combinations very well, and I've made major breakthroughs, and so, I feel like if I'm the strongest version of myself, she's just gonna end up like. I'm going to control the distance and the range, and I'm going to make her really think, and she's going to have to think instead of be this aggressive kind of like pace pusher, She's going to have to, she can't just come in here and like try and push me around. Like it's going to be way more technical than she's ready for.
Can't wait for it. Good to see you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.